Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. I want to show you in these three images that you're going to see on the screen here right now how I created them with one light source and a reflector. Some side light and some fill on the other side. Really easy. You can do it with a flashlight or you can do it with a strobe or a speed light and a reflector. Take a look.
I've created these little diorama pieces out of pink foam, and I learned how to do this by watching another channel. I think the guy's name, his name is John. On Instagram, he's Second City Toys, and on YouTube, I can't remember the channel name. He had a couple channels, Articulated Comic Book Action, I think. But his name was John. Anyway, he creates the just super sick, dioramas out of foam. It's just stupid. It's so good. But anyway, I don't need elaborate dioramas. I just need pieces and textures and little panels to put in here and there to create a scene. Anyway, so I said all that to say that I created these out of pink foam, this little walkway that Freddy's on, and I put a little piece of wood in the bottom of his foot. There's a hole, and I shoved it down there into the foam so he's solid in place. He's not going anywhere. I've got two other kinds of brick panel back here that I created, and I've left a gap in there and put a red gel, and I put a piece of tape here because I want these panels to be in the same focal plane. I don't want them to shift on me when lean forward and move back. I want them to be in the same focal plane for good focusing. Put this back in my head. And behind here, I've just put a red gel with a little Coleman, LED lantern as a constant light source, and I've got a black seamless roll here. I'm going to use one light in this to show you guys how easy. Well, take that back. Two lights. One is that constant light behind, but I'm going to use one studio light in this one. Okay, and I'm just going to side light Freddy here, I've created. Let me bring this over here. Let me blind everybody with the camera first. This GoPro. On my main light, I've got some black foam core, some holes punched in it to create a broken up light pattern on Freddy. Because we're not doing portraits where the light is beautiful and smooth and this female is in a glowing patch of warm, soft, diffused light. We're creating drama for a horror action figure. So I don't want big swaths of glowing, warm, soft light. I want broken up light pattern. And that's what this is. It's called a gobo. And I've got various ones that you can, I've got this one's here. I've got, this one here. I've got one I made out of a dryer vent that it's like really cool. And, just anything. You can use your fingers in front of a light source to be a gobo. And I've got that in some videos too. But anyway, okay, I ramble a lot. So, starting with a black frame, I've already got a black frame. I know that I want to shoot this at f5, 1/200th of a second. My flashes are set at ISO 100. I'm on a wireless trigger, so I don't have to touch the camera. Let me go to live view, get my focus on Freddy real quick. Zoom in. Okay. These guys at NECA, they make some really cool, really just super cool stuff. And not expensive. This thing's like 30 bucks, man, this toy. Just really awesome. I might bring his, no, his head's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, okay, black frame, live view for focus. I've got one light set up over there with a gobo, and let's take the first shot and see what we look like. Let me turn off this ambient light. Okay. There's a shot, and that image is 0446. I'll bring that up on the screen. And the reason, let me explain real quick that I'm side lighting this is because there's a lot of texture in this action figure. There's a lot of little textures in the sweaters and the boots and the gloves and his face. Side lighting brings that out. Okay, better than any other type of lighting. Side lighting brings out texture a lot. Okay, the problem with this image 0446 is, and it may not be a problem to you, but to me, camera right is in total darkness, okay? And that's not bad. I mean, it's very dramatic, but that's not what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a reflector, and I'm going to scooch it right in here alongside Freddy, and I'm going to hold it up with a Freddy box. Okay, scoot this in here. The closer the reflector, the more bright the fill will be. The further away the reflector, the less fill will bounce back onto Freddy's camera right side. Okay, so let's take that shot again, this time with that fill reflector. Okay, there's that shot. And that's image 0447. Okay, I like that. His hands, the side of his face, he's got some good, nice lighting on him there. Last step, I'm going to turn on this constant light behind. Okay, and we'll turn that red light behind him. There's going to be some red light on this reflector, probably kick back on him, which is good. We want that. So let's turn this off. Oh, now, in order to get that red light to record in the image the way that I want, where it's a nice glowing red light, I'm going to have to slow my shutter way down. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go down here from 1/200th of a second. We're going to go down here to 1.5 seconds, or 1.6. Okay. First, you know what? Let me show you the effect without slowing the shutter down. You're going to be like, oh, that looks stupid. Okay. Remember, ambient light is controlled by shutter speed. Okay. Okay, there's that shot. And if you look at it, 0448, you're going to be like, where's the red light? Looks dumb. Okay. So in order to get that red light on the sensor, to get all that red light glowing like we want, you slow your shutter down. You know, I'm going to start at 1 second. Let's go to 1.6. Okay. Now, I will put that up on screen at 0449. Okay. I like that. That's not bad at all. Got some on the ground. Got some on... I think, though, that I'm seeing a little bit of that reflector in frame. So let's... And we don't want that. Let's angle this back a little bit here. And because I don't want the reflector in frame. Let me look through my viewfinder again. Yeah, okay. So let's go to 2 seconds. And let me put another piece of foam under this door. Knock down my ambient. Okay. Jupe. 0450. It's a nice looking scene. I like that. Okay, reflector's not in frame. Awesome. Okay, you know, and you can even go... Let me just show you how it looks with 1 second, just so you guys can see, or a half sec. You know, let's do a half second, because I want to show you guys the effect that the shutter speed has on ambient light. So let me click this one off, and that is image 0451 at a half a second. You can definitely see a difference between a half a second and 2 seconds. And I'll put those both up on screen. Let me turn this stuff back on. And that's it, guys. I just... Quick video, one light setup. Well, you can count this as a light source, but not a light. One main light, a fill card reflector to bounce light back in the other side, and a constant light source behind to give some nice red glowing effect to the whole scene. 3 pieces of foam and some imagination, man, and a badass Freddy doll by NECA. And hopefully that, you know, you guys, you know, the videos share a little, you know, information with you that you might be able to take away from it, and I hope so. That's the goal. Follow me on Instagram. insightful_imagery is my IG, and comments and feedback. I love it, and we'll see you on the next video.